Hey guys, my name's Mel. Welcome to my channel. For those of you who are jumping in straight to this video, the idea behind this and the other videos that I've uploaded today, for anyone whose children are at home, whatever the reason might be, they are also trying to work from home and their children aren't getting the learning they normally would, and also they're just feeling a bit at a loss for how to engage and entertain and also teach them. So I am an early childhood educator and primary school teacher. I thought that I would put together a few different videos giving you some suggestions of different things that you could do with your kids or that your kids could do independently so that they can continue to learn and to grow, and also hopefully so that you can get a little bit of time to actually work. So here's the next installment. So first of all, we have numeracy or maths. Again, there are a variety of different online games and online apps that you can use to help promote your children's numeracy. There's also probably tons and tons of different ideas of things that you can watch on YouTube. So I'd suggest Google or YouTube just kids numeracy, probably put in their age range and you will get some fantastic ideas. But I'm going to make a few suggestions for you today. The first of those is a really cool maths game that I've seen lots and lots of kids use and really enjoy, and that is called Prodigy. It's actually set up like they're in some kind of online role-playing game, but all of the activities and all of the quests that they have to go on are maths related, so they are learning as they go and they earn all sorts of different things within the fantasy world, and they get pets and all sorts of stuff like that. I know that it's free to join. I'm not 100% sure if there's any costs involved in upgrading or anything like that, but I definitely know that it's super fun and a really great way of learning maths. That's something that would work pretty well for sort of say grade 2 up to grade 5, 6 or even beyond. But what about younger children? Well, there's loads and loads of pre-maths activities that you can do with younger children. An example of that is water play. Water play is something that kids absolutely love. You can do it in the bath, you can set up the sink, you can get a bucket, put in measuring cups and measuring spoons, put in a couple of jugs that they can pour through, maybe a funnel or two. You've got kids entertained for ages and ages, and hey, they're learning maths because they're doing all of that pouring, that measuring, transferring. That is all pre-maths thinking, and that's a really fantastic thing to do in general, not just when you're stuck inside, but a really fun thing to do with kids if you're stuck at home and you're not sure what to do with them. Obviously, if your children are quite young, you'll need to keep an eye on them because water is a risk factor. So maybe think about doing that at times when you're not trying to actively work. Another thing that's really great for learning about maths is puzzles. Most children have a few puzzles, and they're really fun things that you can do by yourself or with your parents or with your siblings, and they're learning a lot of maths things about positioning and about pattern recognition, about direction. All of that sort of thing is really important pre-mathematical thinking. So I highly recommend puzzles as well. There are lots and lots of games, board games and card games that are really great to play for mathematical reasons and just for entertainment value. Again, you might need to think about how old your kids are and how able they are to play these games by themselves and whether or not you have time to play with them. Unfortunately, not everything I'm going to suggest will be things that they can do by themselves, but certainly if they are old enough to play these games by themselves, these are lots of different options that you could use. So first of all, we have Monopoly. It's actually a really great way of learning about different kinds of maths to do with money, even just counting as you go around the board. I highly recommend Monopoly. Uno is another really great maths one. I mean, obviously there are numbers on the cards, but it's a really fun game that most kids can learn how to play pretty quickly and easily. Another really great one, Dice Wars. So basically you need some counters and you need some dice. It's a really fun activity that you can play against each other. So if you have two kids, one who's 10 and one who's 12, they could play against each other and they'd be entertained for a while. Plus, again, it's maths. Now, I want to move on to science. Science is one of those things that a lot of people are afraid of, but there's actually a lot of stuff that you can do at home to do with science. First of all is cooking. Cooking is actually delicious science. There's also a lot of maths involved in that one too, because of all the measuring and pouring and counting and positioning and manipulating. But also there's loads of different chemical reactions happening. You're using temperatures. There's so much stuff to do with science and maths involved in cooking. Now granted, for children under about 8, you're going to need to supervise, if not actively be involved. So it might not be the best thing to suggest if you're trying to actually work, but it's certainly something that you can think to involve them in. Watch this movie now and then you can cook with me later. We'll get them more engaged in the movie because I have something to look forward to. They could help make dinner, they could help make lunches, or you could just be making cookies and muffins. But yeah, definitely do some cooking. There's loads of different recipes online, just look them up. Again, I'm going to recommend just going on YouTube and searching science experiments. There are so many different really cool experiments that you can get off of YouTube. They show you what to do and then you just do them yourself. A really cool one that I've seen recently, and again I will link this one below, is actually kind of about the coronavirus and germs in general. You've probably already seen it because it's been trending a bit, but basically what you do is you get a little bowl and you put water in it and then you put just pepper in it. And then you get your child to put their finger into the pepper, into the water with the pepper, and the pepper gets all stuck to the finger. Then you put on a little bit of soap on the other finger, put that in, and the pepper just disperses. It's a really great way of showing why washing your hands is really important and how the spread of germs actually works. Gets them thinking a little bit more about hygiene, but it's also a really fun experiment to do. Like I said, go on YouTube, you can see lots of different experiments, but some other really fun experiments that you could do with your kids that aren't going to be particularly difficult would include vinegar and bicarb soda, which, as anyone who's made the typical science fair volcano would know, makes a really cool reaction and kids just love it. Again, this is the kind of thing that if your children are young, you'll have to do with them, but the older they get, the more able they are to do these sorts of things themselves. So you can even just Google science experiments to do at home, print off a bunch of different ideas, give it to your 12-year-old child. If you have younger children as well, they could be in charge of helping those children to learn, which most 12-year-olds absolutely love. The final thing for science I want to tell you about is again on YouTube, and that is Scishow Kids. Scishow is a really cool YouTube channel that started, I don't know when, a long time ago, and talking about science. It's now branched out into all sorts of different sub-channels, and one of which is Scishow Kids. They talk about all sorts of different ideas to do with science, run different experiments, teach different things. It's a really fun, engaging way for children to learn and think about science. So if you're looking for something where they can watch but still be learning, I highly recommend that as well. Alright guys, so keep an eye out for the next one.